As fires burn out from yesterday, a wandering mare's found a better way. For just as night seems most dark, the sunrise comes to warm our hearts.
From the ashes of war, through the blood and the gore, a man who wants more than this world that is torn. A group that cannot just be stopped or forgot will rise to overcome all odds. And with every new day, through the parts that we play, as we push fear away and remember the ways of a man who was kind, and his words will remind. Do better.
All right. Hey, how long have I been dead? You know, when I was younger, I used to have ideas about who I'd become, man. I used to think about the stars and, like, look far away into the depths of the universe, man. But, like, seriously, after those mushrooms I had from fucking Hoofington, shit was fucking whack, man. So, hey, how long have I been dead? Hey, how long have I been dead?
Funnily enough, the first one to react was the pink-striped zebra. He stepped towards us and stopped talking to his invisible friend. He wore a leathered cloak that carried the shadows with him, giving him a dark, menacing look, despite the sweet pink zebras. Like, sweet pink zebras? Yeah,
that is what Jafundo is. He's a sweet pink zebra.
Yeah, but now I'm just imagining him having a lot of mini copies of himself on every stripe he has. Like, just like, hey, 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 hey.
Oh no, Pinkie Pie style. Oh boy.
Yeah. Wasn't he related to Pinkie Pie?
Yeah, something like that. Also, worth noting, menacing.
Menacing.
Yeah. And let's see here. There's towards again. Towards. You did it. It was so close that the only reason I noticed is because I've been paying attention to that word, right? So I know.
Thor.
Yeah. Towards.
Towards.
Yeah, towards. Yes.
Towards.
Yeah, towards.
It will be the death of me.
He stepped towards us and stopped talking to his invisible friend. Oh boy.
From the depths of ashes are we supposed to rise? Well, how do you rise when you know nothing about the world you have been returned to? Sometimes time forgets. I have to remember that word. My thoughts were jumbled along with my senses. My voice is too low. The fluid shifted and bubbles did something against my face. I was shaky from my time in stasis. My muscles were so weak I could barely stand. I was finding it hard to remember
Testing 1 2 3. Okay, make sure I get a good baseline setup that I can duplicate for the future. Okay, testing. Okay, seems pretty good for now. Oh, God, I've been slowly getting better over the last week as well as I can, taking all the medicine I can and all the hot drinks and everything, and I think I'm as good as I'm going to get for a while. This stupid cold has been lingering. I'm going to do my best. hopefully it sounds good, and probably give you this whole file so you can do what you will with all that outtakes or whatever. I got done reading the first chapter the other night, and it was great. It was a nice initiation of events, especially based on some of the stuff I already quote unquote read ahead on based on what Cinder told me. So I feel like one of Sunrise's lines here at the end is where was it? was very apt in describing Nyota. So I'm going with that. I think it's Nyota. Just message me back if that's wrong, and I'll redo that line. But I think it's Nye, the light science guy, and then O, as in potato, and then Ta, as in rhymes with Toyota. Nyota. So hopefully that's right.
Oh, fuck it. Oh, man. I had eyes once. Oh, man. I had eyes once. Oh, man. I had eyes once.
I guess longer than I've... Are you fucking kidding me?
The same door the moving, talking box was sitting in front of, poking and prodding with hooves from under the box's edge. Boxpone.
Boxpone. Na 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 boxpone.
Yes.
I determined I could slap together a rune. I'm not a car. Once the pistol was together, it looked like it was fresh off the factory floor. Yay! Okay.
Sorry, I was distracted by yelling cat. Hello, yelling cat.
Yeah. That's the best excuse ever.
Oh, yes, she's very yell. She's very yell today. Why are we so yell? She's so talkative.
I love her.
She's a good cat.
I shivered from the thought of that mare. I should try that again. I blinked and stopped. The pink figure was starting to take shape, but not to the point where there were any real words or hard. Just as I finished that thought, hoofsteps reached my ears from a catwalk above the pods. A full-size stallion galloped at top speed through the room along the suspended observation observer. I said that weird. Just as I finished that thought, hoofsteps reached my ears from a catwalk above the pods. A full-size stallion galloped at top speed through the room along the... Why can't I get that word? That word is not that hard. He was wearing a visor covering his eyes completely. It had some sort of specialized output from a pip-buck hooked into it, and I didn't say that right. It had some sort of specialized output from a pip-buck hooked into it. A thick wire with metal tubing ran from his foreleg to the visor, taped to keep him from... I just can't get through this freaking line. It had some sort of specialized output from a pip-buck hooked... Frick! It had some sort of specialized output from a pip-buck hooked into it. A thick wire with metal tubing ran from his foreleg to the visor, taped to keep him from tripping up. I just can't get that fucking word right. A thick wire with metal tubing ran from his foreleg to the visor, taped to keep it from tripping him up. He slid to a halt as soon as he saw me. And I finally got the fucking line right.
Damn it, where was that line? She had a really good line about like, oh yeah, this is always cold and monotone or something like that. Oh, here we go. Nyota, for once, did not have a borderline hostile tone. He still spoke in a direct monotone that was all serious all the time. And once again, I'll be basing it off of that one recommended audition note. It was like second 47 or whatever of that second clip. Anyway, there's a lot of lines in this first chapter, so I'll give plenty of variations, and hopefully we can begin, nailing down a solid everything. So hopefully you like it. Okay. First lines.
Dude, you ever just look out into space and think about how infinite the universe is, and then you wonder, hey, how long have I been dead? Oh man, I had eyes once. Oh man. Oh man, I had eyes once. I could see stuff with them. I could see the stars. The stars are pretty fucking cool. Oh man, I had eyes once. Oh man, I had eyes once. Oh man, I had eyes once. It was pretty fucking great. Hey, how long have I been dead?
The armor was painted blue with yellow stripes where it wasn't blown into pieces and charred black, and I should do that again. The pink entity faded from view as I stepped over the pony leg-shaped armor plating. Plating? What's a plating? I don't know. I'm trying to say a different word. The pink entity faded from my view as I stepped over and there's lots of noise going on right now. The pink entity faded from my view as I... Really? He just will not stop coughing in his sleep, and it's really annoying. It keeps interrupting my takes. I didn't look back, only rushed forward on the... Fuck! The pink entity faded from view as I stepped over the pony leg-shaped armor plating. The StableTech jumpsuit... Stoot? What's a stoot? My hooves carried me through the hole into blackness. Something wet touched my face and washed over my nose as the blackness was pushed back by a dim light. I should really breathe more often. My hooves carried me on through the darkness, and I really should actually read what I'm saying. They only started to move when I touched them. My hind legs were resting against a foreleg. Phooey, I was so close to finishing that line.
Sorry, I was distracted by yelling cat. Hello, yelling cat.
Yeah. That's the best excuse ever.
Oh, yes, she's very yell. She's very yell today. Why are we so yell? Yeah. She's so talkative.
I love her.
She's a good cat.
The kid! Ah! Yeah, sit there. Sorry.
You got this.
The exact spot where Chifondo... Nå begynner jeg å tulle med navnet. Chifondo. Which is it? Chifondo, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Chifondo.
Like the name I got first off the bat, that's the one I'm starting having trouble with. What the? Flip-flop. Okay. The exact spot where Chifondo had been only moments ago. Now? Come igen. Det.
Hey, keep your hooves to yourself, kid. See here. See, I'm always referencing the stupid monster song now because of the one recommendation note that Cinder had mentioned. So ever since I could remember. Hey, keep your hooves to yourself, kid. Hey, keep your hooves to yourself, kid. Hey, keep your hooves to yourself, kid. Okay. Cold, borderline high style, monotone, serious all the time. Okay. And then almost fisticuffs, but only, I guess only the griffin has fists, right? Fist and hoofticuffs.
Funny enough, what little activity that was happening in here produced a cacophony of strange noises blending together. I should burn to breathe. The very next moment, and I cannot stress enough, all I could do was flinch as hundreds of small pieces of twisted metal pinged off the plates in my barding I had only noticed moments ago. Breathing is important. I became self-conscious of all eyes trained on me. Every pony expecting something of an explanation that I couldn't give, and I think that was too big of a pause. Funnily enough, the first one to react was the pink-striped zebra. He stepped towards us and stopped, taking his... He didn't take anything, he was talking. Buddy was clearly mustering all his strength, yet the door still refused to budge. His massive toned legs scraped the...
My mind mouthed the words Mr. Klaus.
Claws. Like claws, like Buddy has his claws. Claws.
Yeah. My mind mouthed the words Mr. Claus.
Yeah, that's perfect. So.
Takalov. I'm sorry, that word is really hard.
Mouth. Yeah, mouthed is a tricky word for sure.
I should be able to say this word. I say it every time we play Tales of Equestria. I trotted over to the doorway, back into the tilted highway. Highway? Now we're suddenly on a motorway? Okay, greit det. For å finne bilen min. It's not fair!
This is all just gold for the outtakes. It's great.
Oof. Okay, pust. The torch lit by Chifundo. Chifundo? It's not a T. Chifundo.
Delicious Chifundo.
Oh no. Tea bags in the shape of Chifundo. And Chifundo. Chai tea. Why does my brain work like this? It's not good. Chifundo.
Borderline hostile tone. That should just be his biography. Borderline hostile tone. That's good marketing. You just put that. Oh god. Okay, here's just your behind the scenes clip. So I was in the process of getting into character, reading the first chapter, and also saying the lines to myself as I'm going through it. I'm like, hey, I should get some reference material of Nyota to to have in the folder, so to see what he looks like, what would I in character look like as I'm saying these lines. And so I go on Derpy Buru, and as usual, I just have it open, whatever, Derpy Buru. No filter. And what is the first image that comes up in the search? It's Nyota in like full on as explicit as it gets, like frickin' Clop something or other. And it's just yeah, so save search back on and get some normal Nyota clips for the old folder. But God. So I guess does that count as a spoiler? Anyway, okay, back to the lines.
You know where I've come from. from, but not from how far. Our journey's so ruthless, I still bear the scars. And what matters ain't that the world saw its end, but what kind of life we will spend.
I'm trying to be better, but still miss the mark. And each time I save you, I'm left in the dark. No, when you're in trouble, I'll be by your side. My love for you ain't gonna hide.
Can't stop returning. A penance unpaid and a body left flayed, but inside the fire keeps burning.
Death is calling. The rivers run dry neath a blackened out sky, and all the dead trees are falling. Creatures we face will see equal judgment, our mercy or grace. Decision is needed for those who survive of whether you'll be left alive.
And all bloody work for a hope that we hold, of past golden age and its story still told.
And what sacred virtues we're able to heed to bring back to those who are in need. The future is daunting. It's going to be shaped by the choices we make and those of the ghosts that are haunting.
Yet hope's worth preserving, both near and so far. All the angels there are must now bring a peace that's deserved.